life, we all carry dreams. Some want to build a career, some want to achieve greatness, some want to make their family proud, and deep inside, we all have that fire, the desire to become someone important. That's why we spend hours watching motivational videos on YouTube, listening to successful people, and reading inspiring books. In that moment, we feel powerful, ready to change our lives. But tell me honestly, how many times has that excitement lasted for you? How many times did it fade after just a few days? Because here's the truth: motivation alone cannot build your life. It comes fast and leaves even faster. What you truly need is discipline. And today, through Ethan's story, you'll understand why. If you stay with me till the end, I promise this story can transform the way you look at success forever. In a small town, there lived a boy named Ethan. He was just like you and me. He had big dreams, bigger than the town he lived in. He wanted to do something great, something unforgettable. Every evening, Ethan would watch motivational speeches, read stories of billionaires, and imagine his own future. From tomorrow, he told himself, I'll study for 6 hours every day. I'll wake up early. I'll change my life. Just thinking about it filled him with joy. His heart would race with excitement. He could already imagine himself achieving greatness. But excitement doesn't last. After just a couple of days, he would slip back into old habits. Sleeping late, skipping study hours, making excuses. Does that sound familiar? You start the gym with passion, but stop after a week. You plan to read daily, but forget after 3 days. Ethan was trapped in that same cycle. Soon, his dreams started to feel heavy. Trying and failing again and again left him frustrated. He would lie on his bed, staring at the ceiling, asking himself, why can't I stick to my plans? Why can't I change? Have you ever felt that? That strange emptiness after breaking your own promises? It's one of the worst feelings in the world. Ethan's energy was fading. His hope was shrinking. He wanted success, but he didn't know how to fight his laziness. One day, Ethan met his friend Ben. Now, Ben was different. While Ethan struggled, Ben kept improving. He woke up early every day, followed a routine, studied on time, and slowly became better each day. Ethan looked at him with surprise. How do you do it, Ben? How do you stay motivated every single day? Ben smiled. I don't rely on motivation, Ethan. I rely on discipline. Ethan was confused. But isn't motivation the key to success? Ben shook his head. Come with me tomorrow morning. I'll show you something. The next morning, before sunrise, Ethan followed Ben to the riverside. There sat an old fisherman, throwing his net into the misty water. His hands were rough, his eyes filled with wisdom. Ben said, Grandpa, tell Ethan the story you once told me. The fisherman looked at Ethan and smiled warmly. Do you see this river, son? I come here every single day at the same time. Whether it's raining, cold, or burning hot, I never miss a day. Some days, I catch a lot of fish. Some days, I catch only a few. And some days, I catch nothing at all. But still, I come. Do you know why? Ethan thought for a moment. Because you love fishing? The old man chuckled softly. No, son, because it's my responsibility. If I only came when I felt like it, my family would go hungry. If I waited for perfect weather, we'd never survive. I don't depend on motivation. I depend on discipline. Ethan's eyes widened. For the first time, he understood the difference. Days, I catch nothing at all. But still, I come. Do you know why? Ethan thought for a moment. Because you love fishing? The old man chuckled softly. No, son, because it's my responsibility. If I only came when I felt like it, my family would go hungry. If I waited for perfect weather, we'd never survive. I don't depend on motivation. I depend on discipline. Ethan's eyes widened. For the first time, he understood the difference. Ethan whispered, "Why?" The fisherman's eyes gleamed. Because all those years, the roots were growing underground, building a foundation strong enough to hold its height. Without discipline, the farmer would have quit. Without patience, the bamboo would have never touched the sky. Success is just like that. You may see nothing at first, but discipline builds roots beneath the surface. And one day, your growth will shock the world. Something changed inside Ethan that day. He realized he had wasted years chasing motivation when what he needed was discipline. From that morning on, he built a routine. Even when tired, he studied. When sleepy, he woke up early. When lazy, he forced himself to keep going, day after day, step after step. And slowly, he began to change. His confidence grew. His focus sharpened. People around him noticed. He was no longer the lazy boy who only talked about dreams. He was becoming the man who worked for them. Years passed. Ethan was no longer just a boy with dreams. He became a man respected by everyone in the town. His hard work and discipline turned him into someone others admired. And whenever people asked him, "Ethan, what's your secret to success?" he smiled and said, "Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Success isn't about doing something big once. It's about doing small things consistently, every single day." And that is the truth, my friend. Motivation is like a spark. It shines bright for a moment and disappears. But discipline is like a flame. Once you light it, it burns every day, no matter the storm. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Start today. Build small habits. Repeat them daily. And one day, you'll look back and see how far you've come. Remember, motivation inspires you, but discipline transforms you.